It's been a while since I last reviewed a pair of wireless earbuds, and I think that it is about time that I talked about a pretty good pair. One that fits very well and offers pretty decent sound for the money. Here we've actually got a pretty nifty gift from TREBLAB, who was very excited to send this product over to me, and I'm very excited to share my thoughts with you in this video. So this is going to be the TREBLAB X3 Pro. Let us go ahead and dive right in. For more great content just like this, just make sure to subscribe and then turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss any uploads. Also, leave a like and a comment down below with all of your thoughts on this video. And while you're at it, I always leave affiliate links down below in the description as well. But make sure that you check out Lukrembo so you can find the best deals on all of that tech that you're shopping for. It's a simple browser extension that helps you make the best purchasing decision. And lastly, don't forget to check out my merch store if you're into some monochrome clothing like everything I'm wearing right here. So with that said, links to everything down below. And let us go ahead and begin with an unboxing. You just cut through the plastic and then you're going to find the lid, open up the lid, and inside you're going to find some foam, and then underneath that foam, you're going to find the case for the earbuds, and inside of that case, you're going to find the earbuds themselves. And underneath all that, you're going to find instructions, but there's also going to be a little box on the side that has the USB-C cable for charging and some replacement tips. So that's actually pretty nice to have. The exterior design of these buds is going to consist of plastic and a soft touch material to keep this pair as lightweight as possible. They do feel pretty nice in hands and feature volume controls on each ear, as well as a physical button for playback controls. And the case here is going to be pretty large in order to accommodate these earbuds. It's softly textured too, and you'll also find some LED indicators that are going to show you the charge of the buds and a USB-C port on the back, which is always really nice to see, and this is something that I've been wanting to see from some of their previous products, so it is really nice to see that they finally started implementing USB-C. Really love that. As for comfort, these definitely nail it in that department, and I would say that's really the focus of these overall. And they rest on your ears very lightly, and I've literally worn these for entire work days at a time without issues. These stay comfortably in my ears no matter what, and I absolutely love that. Again, so far they've been doing a very incredible job here. And these earbuds do have gestures of their own, or physical controls really. You've got your volume controls on the buds, which is a bit of a learning experience, or I guess a bit of a learning curve, just considering where they are actually positioned. And then you've got the one physical button, the main button, which is going to be on each ear, and they can actually do a variety of things. They can play and pause with playback controls like skipping and going forward and that sorts of stuff, hanging up and picking up phone calls and that kind of thing. However, that pause button, because it is a physical button, every time I need to pause with these, I end up shoving these just deeper into my ears, which is really uncomfortable, and this is just completely unintentional. Even if it does end up costing a little bit more, touch controls are always going to be superior when it comes to this because they're just a lot more comfortable to deal with. Otherwise, I kind of just end up ignoring the fact that these have gestures and they end up going straight to my phone, which I'm sure isn't the point of these buds. You want to make sure that these are as convenient to the user as possible, which is why they ended up implementing gestures in the first place, I would think. And now let us go ahead and talk about the sound quality. These are definitely going to lean more so towards the tinny side. They aren't bass heavy at all, but it's not like they're completely devoid of bass by any means. The emphasis is very much on the highs, though they do mostly neglect the lows, even though it's not like there isn't any kind of low end, but it's hardly there. But that doesn't mean that you won't enjoy casually listening to music, like when you work out or when you go to work or do pretty much anything. Rock or metal is the one exception here though, since the instruments get too muddied up very easily at high volumes, but pretty much anything else is fine to listen to with these, and I would say that that's totally fine. As for the battery, these will give you a total of 40 hours with the charge provided from the case itself, but for each full charge you can actually get up to 9 hours depending on your usage, which is really awesome. These will easily last you all day without having to go back and forth into the case and then out of the case until you are done with your day. So I absolutely love that. I do, however, have some things I would like to see be improved in any future iterations though. There's definitely going to be a lot of grit here, but some things that could certainly use improvements are going to be things like, for example, the multifunction button. You can do a lot with this button, like answering and hanging up phone calls, as I mentioned earlier. But every time I press it, it's very uncomfortable because it's a very stiff button that requires more than just a gentle press to activate, and so I just end up shoving these even further into my ears, and that's just really uncomfortable. So touch controls would really greatly be appreciated for the next iteration. And I would also like to add a little more low end, or at the very least just give it a little more emphasis, maybe less emphasis on the highs in this case. And I have complained in the past about their earbuds being a little bit bass heavy, and in this case, I think that they could actually use a little bit more bass. On the other hand, I know that it's not super easy to tune earbuds perfectly for everybody, but there has to be some kind of middle ground that we can find here when it comes to the sound. And also, I would love to see better audio separation to enjoy listening to music more here, or at the very least other genres of music in general. But can I recommend this pair? Absolutely. I think that the sound is mostly fine and the comfort is very difficult to argue about, in my opinion. This pair is just so easy to wear for long periods of time that honestly, I really like wearing these. I would like to see more touch controls instead in the future and maybe better tuning of the sound, but I've got a glowing recommendation for sure. And for the price, of course, and to performance, you are getting a pretty good value, I would say. Plus, 9 hours of battery life per charge, that's pretty incredible. So with that said, strongly recommended here. If you're interested in purchasing these earbuds, then I'll be making sure to leave affiliate links down to Amazon in the description. And if you end up using any of my links, then I do get a small commission that does help me run things just a little bit more smoothly around here. So if you were to use any of those, I would appreciate that quite a bit. And also don't forget that I like to stream on Twitch every Friday and Saturday from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern time, and I've actually been streaming a lot of Dark Souls recently, so if you're interested in watching me get my butt kicked in that game, then do make sure to stop by. And if you have any kind of tech questions, I would also love to have you over there, so please make sure to drop by and leave a follow, and also make sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter because those are also a must. And with that said, this has been Francisco from Tech Summit. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be seeing you all later. Enjoy.